Hey guys, welcome to another review. Today I'm going to have the Atrix Impulse wireless earbuds. Now, I did actually get them on, you know what's messed up? I didn't get them on a sale price because the sale was over. I still paid the $17.99, but I did have a little discount. Got it from GameStop, as you can see. That's a little symbol right there. Sometimes you can find them for this price on sale. A lot of times it'll be the $17.99. So with that being said, let's go ahead and hop right into the review and see if these headphones are actually worth purchasing. All right guys, so we're unboxing these for the first time together. Now what I will say is that I actually have two pairs of these. One that I actually tested out for the review, and I bought another one because it was just so cheap and I had credit on my GameStop account, so I was able to just basically spend practically nothing for it. It'll be someone's Christmas gift toward the end of the year anyway. So as soon as you open up this box, this is exactly the way it's going to be packaged. Now behind this, you're going to have your USB-C cable. As you can see, USB-C, thank God for that. For some reason, some of these headphones like using micro USB. You're going to have your wingtips right here, which looks like your small and your largest. The medium should already be on the headset. Should be. Let's just double check and make sure. Because I'm opening this up for the first time together with you guys. So let me just go ahead and take this case out, number one. There we go. Pop this case, move this out of the way. Like I said, USB-C on the bottom, as you can see. It's not a bad looking case. Let me see if this pops open. No, it doesn't pop open when I shake it, so it definitely will stay closed. Though if you're carrying this like in a book bag or like a purse, excuse me. If you're carrying this in a purse, it'll definitely pop open and it will get scratched up really bad. You can tell that this is scratch prone right now. Are there any physical, see if there's any physical sync buttons with these. I don't see any physical buttons. So it looks like when you pop them inside the case, it'll automatically sync. I know a lot of times there's normally a button on the headset that'll let you know the battery life, but this looks like it has 4 indicators right here. So that's that. Yep, the rubber tips are already on the earbud, as you can see. This has that, I forget what these are called, the shaft design where you can just pull, it's easier to pull out of the ear if you just grab the bottom and pull it out. Simplistic design, you've seen this before. To be honest, I'm not going to compare them to AirPods or anything like that, but I have noticed that this design, the stem design, seems to be extremely popular with a lot of companies. As soon as you pop it in, so it looks like this does actually have a charge in the case. The light will be red when it's charging. I'm assuming it's either going to turn blue or be like a solid green or just turn off 9 times out of 10 when it's fully charged. So, you know, as soon as you pop the case open, you'll see them charging. It seems like every time you take one out, I guess, and put it back in, it'll let you know how charged the actual case is itself. And you can just kind of guess 0 to 25, 25 to 50, 50 to 75, and then 75 to 100 for the last one. So that's it. Very simplistic design, extremely smudgy. Like what I'll say is that by using this and me just looking at my fingertips, I do see smudges here and there. This is going to scratch very, very easy. I do like the design. I mean, even though this is a little outdated, if we're talking about designs for headphones, the only issue I do notice so far is that it is a little difficult to pull these out just by grabbing this. So what I actually did was grab the actual rubber tip and pulled it out, which isn't really ideal. It seems like they made it without thinking how well this, you know, they definitely made this without thinking about the actual consumer. What I will also say is that, again, it's not like Atrix is known for wireless earbuds. I know them personally from keyboards and headphones that go over the head with microphones. So this is probably out of the element. They want to do something a little bit different. And again, I don't know what year this actually came out, but to be honest, the year doesn't necessarily matter too much when we're talking about the actual design of the headset. Now, what I will say is, you know what, let's cut away from this part and I'll go ahead and do the specifications for you guys. All right, guys, so right here, we're going to talk a little bit about battery life and some other features. So they actually get a 4-hour charge, just so you know. And if you're wondering, if you look at the box, it won't let you know. It'll only say 4 hours, which is super weird. But as soon as you open up the actual booklet, right here, it'll say 18 hours, more than 18 with charging case. So with that assumption, because I haven't actually tested the whole thing, but I know it has gotten past 16 hours total, 4 hours inside the case. And for recording purposes, we're going to say a total of 18, roughly. And that's if you're listening at 50% volume, but most people do a little bit more than that. So you're looking at 4, 8, 12, 16, more than 18. Let's say about probably 20. So you're looking at quite a few charges, 4 hours, probably get about 5 charges total. That's with the headset, everything total, roughly about 20 hours, I would say. Again, when I tested it, I got about 16, but it was a situation where I didn't fully let the case die itself. So I will say it's probably like 18 to 20 hours roughly, but it's not bad for a headset. 4 hours of I guess constant talking or recording, whatever you want to call it, audio or video, however you not video, but how you view this through audio. That's not that good at all. To be honest, that sounds like a 5 below product, if we're being honest. But also we have to realize that a lot of people that are buying this is 9 times out of 10 using it for the PC, or they're using it for their tablet or something. I highly doubt people are really looking at Atrix as a company that they would necessarily want to walk around with. Not saying that they have bad sound quality with their products. It's just, it's kind of hit and miss with them sometimes. Like some of the headsets I have, I love. Other ones are like, you know, their microphones aren't that good. But anyway, you're looking at IPX4. So for those that are splash resistance and things like that, you shouldn't have any issues. I believe this headset is Bluetooth 5.1. So, you know, not the newest Bluetooth, which I think is 5.2, but it's not bad. So as you can see, as soon as you take it out of the case, it goes into pair mode, which I will show you guys how to pair it in real time for those that are wondering. It doesn't look like there's any physical buttons on this headset, which basically means if one is out of sync, you probably have to hold both of the power buttons. I'm pretty sure that the instructions will give you. Let me just double check while I'm talking to you guys now. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, here we are. So auto pair, here we go. When the left ear and right ear are not paired automatically after they are taken out of the box, they can be reset by pressing the left and right earbud for 8 seconds respectively and put them in a charging box for activation. When you take them out again, the earbuds will automatically be paired. So that happens with a lot of different earbuds for those that were wondering what it does. That's pretty much it for the specifications. It's not much to say. Like there isn't really any app support. There isn't any fast charging or any features like that. It's just a basic generic pair of headphones, in my opinion, for $17. And again, normally if this was any other brand, normally the headset is about $20 something online, but GameStop sells it for a little bit cheaper, like $24.99. So again, when you're buying something like this, don't expect the highest of quality. Now we are going to do a music test naturally next with phone calls and things like that, but yeah, I'm going to go ahead and let me just go ahead and hop on to the next part, because I don't have super high expectations, but I'm hoping if this is anything like the Atrix over the head headphones, it'll have decent sound quality. All right, so right here, I'm going to go ahead and put these in sync mode for you to see it in real time. Let me grab it by the front. It's easier for me to grab it this way, left and right. So let them sync to each other, do their thing. While that's happening, I'm going to go ahead and put this into Bluetooth so we can find it. Let's see here. Atrix earbuds. That's literally what they're called. All right, not the most crafty name, but it is what it is. I'm going to go ahead and put these in my ear right now. What I will say is that they feel very, very comfortable, like extremely lightweight and very, very comfortable in the ear. So just for those that want to see this part right here, this is how they look in the ear. Very, very comfortable. This is how I wear them personally, as I want the rubber tip to go deeper into my ear. So they do feel good. So the rest of this video, where I'm going to go to play some music for you guys and kind of give you an idea of how it sounds. I wish I could play it out loud, but the fact is that they're earbuds, so you know, there's only so much you can do. Okay. So far, they sound good. I like them. No, they sound good. They sound very, very good. Quality music. Very clear. Let me turn it up, see what happens. Okay, turn it down. Sounds good. Very clear. Like in this particular song, I have claps, kicks. I have the piano playing. I have this little whistling in the background. A violin's about to drop. Wait for that to drop in real fast before I keep talking. Okay, it sounds good. It sounds very, very clear. Like I said before, Atrix, when you put their headphones over your head, especially for gaming PCs and stuff like that, that have a pair, sound. I'm sorry, I'm losing my breath a little bit. Sounds very, very clear, very good. I like it. If I had to compare these, okay, you know what? Wait for the beat to drop. It sounds very, very good. All right, let me go ahead and pause the music for you guys. If I can find where to pause the music. Okay, so to kind of give you guys a proper assessment of how the music sounds, I'm going to be honest with you. It's very, very clear. I'm talking like, if I had to compare these to a lot of the JLab headphones that are out there right now, much clearer than a lot of their headphones. When I turn up the volume to 100%, it did give me a little headache because obviously it's very, very loud. This headset doesn't have active noise cancellation or noise suppression or stuff like that. It'll say on the box that it kind of does have a feature like that, where it's called, I forget where it's called, but it says that it had like some type of noise suppression on it. Here we go, passive noise canceling. I don't even know what that nonsense is. But what I will say is that, you know, just listening to music in general, I heard everything. The instruments sound very, very clear. There wasn't cloudy at all. Even as the volume went up on the actual headset itself, everything still appeared to be very, very clear, exactly like the way I intended it. So what I mean by that is, for you guys that want more of a deep dive, if you've ever used FL Studio, GarageBand, or certain things, when you play music, right, you want to make sure you have the proper headphones in, because a lot of times if you're using a cheap headset, you can't tell the difference between the bass, the kicks, the claps, all that stuff. It sounds differently when you're using headsets that bring out the sound better. Quality does matter. So as I'm using this particular headset, obviously it's not a super high-end headset or anything like that, but what it does is it actually gives me the what's the word I'm looking for here? It sounds like the way I intended the music to make. Granted, it doesn't have the bass and the oomph that I wanted, because I like really, really heavy bass. It still is good. It's like everything is. These remind me of the Galaxy Buds in a sense, where it's like the jack of all trades in terms of just quality of music overall. You won't be disappointed using these. Now, will you be disappointed walking outside? A little bit, because you have to turn it up higher to kind of drown out the noise. If you don't want to hear people around you, if you're on a train, a little bit noise did leak in my ears a little bit because of the angle of the earbuds and the rubber tips, the way they sat. So I was still able to hear things going around me, but like the earbud didn't fully fit directly in my ear. When I switched these to the large, it was a different story, but also, you know, again, a lot of people want to be aware of what's going on. So if you're riding down the street normal, if I have an e-bike, or if I'm walking down the street normal, saying, they sound fine. Now, in terms of call quality, now I didn't do a video part showing the call quality. I ended up calling my wife. I did a cutaway originally. The call quality isn't bad. Like, again, if you're used to Atrix microphones, it actually sounds very, very good. To be honest, this is definitely more worth, if we're just talking about just the quality of sound and microphone quality, in my opinion, this is definitely worth more than $24. I would say like maybe 40, to be honest. But I'm not mad at the price, because again, they're giving us competitive prices for their products. And again, even when this was at its highest price, which was $24.99, I don't know if it was more than that previously, that's still not a bad price for this headset. But the fact that GameStop is selling it for $17.99 and at some point $10.79 new on sale just goes to show that, you know, originally when I first saw it, I said this is probably going to be trash. At least that's what the first thing that popped into my head. But now that I actually used it, I like them. I think they sound very, very good. So anyway, let's go into the last section to talk about, is this actually worth purchasing? All right, so I'm going to be honest with you guys. I kind of answered that question already, if this is worth purchasing. But let me just put this in the, you know, view so you guys can see it. I think that they're worth the asking price. Now, if you go to a GameStop, you see these for $17.99. What's stopping you from buying another headset for $20 at Best Buy, the Liberty what they call it, the Liberty, I forget what they call it, the Anchor Life No Ease. You know, there are other brands that are on sale for the same price. You may ask yourself, what makes these stand out? And I'll just be honest with you. If we're talking about quality of sound, it's there. They're straight to the point. You won't be getting any updates or anything on these headphones, but they're straight to the point. You don't need any software or anything to get it working. The moment I played the music, it was super clear, and that was very surprising. A lot of times, headphones sound muddled, like the bass might overpower certain aspects of the headset. This just did a really good job of keeping all the sounds sounding originally how they're supposed to. Even when I tried other music that involved electric guitars and different things, it just sounded good. It sounded really, really good. Now, for those that are, you know, AirPod users and things like that, I'm not going to suggest this as a replacement, because AirPods, Galaxy Buds, some Soundcore Anchors, Beats, they tend to have better speakers when it comes to talking to people with call quality. And that's something that you want, because that's a headset you'll be able to use no matter the situation, be personal recordings, be Zoom calls, whatever it is. That's going to be more ideal for you. But if you're using this in certain circumstances, meaning you're indoors, the call quality is going to sound fine. If you're outside where it's windy and stuff, that's where, you know, it doesn't excel at all, like a typical headset. But if you're just listening to music or consuming media, again, they sound very, very good. Now, granted, headphones like this normally have about 6, 7, 8 hours of battery life normally. But, you know, again, when I tried these, I also tried them hooked up to my PC. It just seemed like they were able to keep a better connection to the particular PC I have. I have many PCs. Some of them crackle and break up whenever I use a Bluetooth dongle. Others don't. And I didn't have an issue with these personally. I like them. Again, it is Bluetooth 5.1. It's nothing spectacular. It's only 4 hours of talk time. You get about total 18 to 20 and with the case included. So, you know, take that as it is. So you're not going to get the best battery life in the entire world, but the average person doesn't have their headphones in for 4 hours at a time. That's something that I had to realize later on. Like, why are people buying certain headphones? And I realized, dude, everyone doesn't walk around with headphones in for 4 hours, especially in both ears at that. Again, at the highest octave, the music didn't break up. It still sounds very, very good. The problem is that, again, I don't listen to things super loud because I have noise cancellation for that reason, so I can keep things lower and keep people out of my conversations, because I don't want to really know what's going on in the background half the time. But that's just me. For you guys that want to travel safely, this isn't a bad headset, especially if you get it for that $10.79. But anyway, that's the review. Like always, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one where we talk more tech.